Flosstube, welcome to my channel, Little Lion Stitchery. I'm Stephanie, and I'm here to talk to you about my stitching. So, to start with, I worked a little bit on Meant to Be by Hands On Design. This is one of her Valentine's Day freebies. I believe this was 2020, so this is this past year. The colors are kind of, the yellow's coming out a little washed out, but I think for the most part. Yeah, so I just worked a little bit more on the honeycomb. I think I just had this left side done, but you know, I was doing a little bit on the bottom. And hopefully this will go in the finished pile soon. I hope the sound is okay. My last video was kind of low, but first of all, I have to speak louder, I imagine, but I don't know. I don't know if I think the camera was just maybe a little bit further away. So hopefully everything is golden now. Sorry, Link's like all over the place. He's being a ninja right now. So yeah. So for the yellow I used, I think I messed this up because the colors are very similar. They have like, well, they're not similar, but the numbers are similar. Did I say that? Or did I say the colors are similar? Ugh, it's already starting. Anyway, so the yellow is straw. It's 3821. And then the red, I believe, is just called red. It's 321. So the yellow is 3821. The red is 321. And the white, I believe, is just white. And then I dyed it, or excuse me, I stitched it on a dyed piece of Monaco. So this is 28 Monaco. I use the color charcoal. Yeah. I was actually going to use this, I wanted it to end up lighter, like up here. And I was going to use it for a different project, but it worked out because I got to use it for this project. And I think it works well as opposed to being on pure black. Not that I mean, I don't not like using black, but I have some other Starry Night projects that I'm already doing on black, so this charcoal was a nice, just something different. And it doesn't actually look like, or the model wasn't stitched that way. I mean, let me bring it up. I wasn't going to, but I might as well. Sorry, just give me 1 second. Now I have it in my saved downloads. I don't like not being prepared in these videos. Here we go. I'll just zoom in. So this is what the model looks like. Ooh, it's very sunny today, so everything's super reflective. There we go. So yeah, Meant to Be, and it's got the cute little pins. I don't know, I just wanted to do something different, and it's funny because I think in the actual blog article, Kathy was saying how she wanted to do something different because she does a lot of the chalkboardy designs, and it kind of does look like a little chalkboardy. But in case you haven't noticed, I like to make up my own words, so chalkboardy is a word. Okay. Next we have another hands-on design. This is Harvest Chalkful. So yeah, I just, what did I work on? I worked on these leaves. Sorry, I always forget to put the thread in the back. Let's just do that now. Because obviously when I'm working on it, I always like to have it in the front. But let's just get this out of the way so you can see. Alright, there we go. So I believe I just worked on, and even this is a darker black. Yeah. I have one that's really, really black. Oh, it doesn't look like it because this is in front of it, or it's hard to tell side by side because whichever one's in front is going to be the most concentrated. But yeah, charcoal, black. So the trick to getting the black, or probably any of the fabrics to come out their true color, and I didn't want to believe it because it's just extra money, is the color stay, the color fixative, no, color stay dye fixative by Rit. So whenever, like, it's really hard to get a true black. I think I either double dyed this one, I double dyed a different one, but to get it a really, really nice, deep, like true black, it's better to just use the color stay right after. Color stay right after. So anyway, back to this. This is Harvest Chockful. And on the mason jar, I'm going to have, because there's a mason jar right here, I'm going to have my last name. Anyway, so I filled in these leaves here and started doing this sunflower. Come on, why won't you focus? Alright. Yeah, I'm enjoying working on this one quite a bit. As far as the color, the color variation is very subtle. So I think these are classic colorworks. I believe they're classic colorworks. So I'm using Queen Bee and Bean Sprout. The Bean Sprout, it's really, really hard to tell. I don't know if you guys can see it, but you can see like the slightest, where am I here? Right here in this leaf here. Focus, focus, come on. There we go. Actually, that made it worse because it's harder to see the variegation. Anyway, you can see the slightest color change. So my point is, if you're thinking about just using DMC, I don't see that being an issue. I mean, I definitely appreciate the color, you know, the slight color changes, but I don't know, like buying a lot of the classic colorworks or weak dye works or whatever kind of fancy floss, if you don't have a stash already, it can get pretty pricey. So that's why for a lot of, I think I mentioned this in my last video, but for a lot of the newer patterns that I have in my haul, they're small patterns, so I mean, maybe in some of them you could see the variegation, but for the most part, I'm probably just going to buy DMC, especially that June pattern. That June pattern has like a lot of colors for being variegated. So, like, there's some patterns, I think this uses like, I don't know, 5 or 6 colors, which makes sense because, you know, the variegation provides all the shading and everything. But on that little pattern, there's like, I don't know, 10 maybe colors. 10 maybe colors. I don't know. It definitely comes to personal preference. I guess that's a good question to ask. What is your favorite floss to use? And yeah, answer in the comments because I'm curious what other people enjoy using. Like I said, I definitely think, sorry, my hair's a little cray. I definitely think the variegated floss is nice to use in some circumstances, but I don't think for this, doing it in solid, whatever solid DMC equivalent is, would hurt it. This next one, on the other hand, I definitely appreciate the variegation more. I feel like in some color, I mean, again, in some colors, it's definitely more apparent, especially if you're like doing a lot of stitching in a particular area. Oh, actually, sorry. Hold on, let's back up a minute. So, again, Harvest, chock full by Hands On Design. And it's going to look like... Come on. Oh, I can't zoom in. That's as big as it's going to get. Awesome. I should put a better picture. But anyway. Yeah. And then, like I said, where it says Harvest, I'm going to put my new last name. And then where it says Mason, I'm going to establish 2020. My wedding is less than a month. I'm like, it's freaking me out because it's so like real. I don't know. It's just like yesterday was the last time. You know, I'll talk about it at the end of the video. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I'm just very, very excited. So, okay. So this is. Sorry, I'm like all over. Always all over the place. S, the letter S. Hold on, I was gonna. Today's episode is brought to you by the letter S. Anyway, so this is Letters for Mermaids, letter S, and, by Nora Corbett. So with this, I'm trying to think. This linen is very see-through, which I am not the biggest fan of. Just because you can see, not that I carry my stitches, but you can definitely tell. You can just tell, like, it's really hard not to tell where stitches, like the thread carried over. Even just going like so, for instance, like one stitch usually isn't a big deal. Like one stitch over isn't a big deal, but in this you can like see it, which is super maddening to me. So anyway, so up here on the border you can see kind of hard to see with the washout lighting here, but clearly there's, I mean, not so clearly to you guys, but there's definitely a color shift, especially in real life. It's definitely more vibrant, but that's lemon lime. So it starts with the limey green and then goes to a yellow and then the limey green again. Where it starts getting a little, not confusing, but like, I guess muddied together is kind of in here, which is kind of nice. It kind of gives it like a watercolory feel. I just put a Y at the end of anything and make it a word. So it gives you like a watercolor type of feel, which is kind of pretty. So I worked a little bit more in here and I finished. I'm kind of working my way over this way. So I got this color, which I believe is, I want to say that's Morning Glory, but it starts out at this lovely, pretty light blue. Come on, focus. There we go. Light blue, and then ends up being this pretty purple color. So yeah, but I feel like once I start adding the other colors, that variegation is kind of going to get lost. I mean, whatever. It's pretty. I love it. Very happy, very excited to work on this one some more. There's almost going to be a mermaid because her head is right here. It's a lot smaller. I mean, I knew it was going to be small, but like just filling in the S shape, like seeing how small the mermaid is going to be. But then again, her tail is going to be this way. You know, her tail is going to be pretty prominent in it. And this is what that looks like. The colors are totally off. But yeah. It only uses, well, 3 beads, but for the most part 2 beads. It mostly uses these green, and I showed the colors last week, but it mostly uses these green beads, and there's more than a few, but of these blue beads in her hair, but that's the only place that it is. I don't know if I want to switch that up, just because I feel like there's an overwhelming amount of the, sorry, I keep not looking at the camera. There's an overwhelming amount of green beads and a very small amount of blue beads, but we shall see what I decide. I'm very, very go with the flow type. Oh, I should have finished it. So that's all I have for like, oh wait, well, I was gonna say that's all I have for whips, but I have one more. I didn't do any stitching on it. Instead, I've been doing some frogging, which, So this is, I also have this opened. So this is No Words Needed by Peacock and Fig. So I'm picking out all these pink, this is supposed to be a flower, so I'm picking out all these pink stitches. So these are 2 colors of the green that I actually had in my stash. So those are starting the leaves. It says, if my mouth doesn't say it, my face probably will. So this is a present for my coworker because the both of us definitely have problems controlling our facial emotions. And yeah, you definitely know what I'm thinking by my face. So anyway, this is going to be a little present for her. But I want to make all the flowers pink. Because my favorite color is like that luxe, like blush color. So I'm trying to do that, and maybe I'll put in some kind of like really delicate gold frame. That's my thought anyway. So that is, so like I said, no stitches on that, just taking out stitches. And the stitches that I'm taking out are actually, I was like, did I close the window? That would be awful. So it's gonna look like this. But again, all the yellows, which I really like this one, so I might do it again for myself because I love yellow. But all the flowers are going to be pink instead. I like the original colors personally, but I don't think she's a fan of yellow. I mean, whatever. But I like the colors. So yeah, again, Peacock and Fig, you know, just the words pretty much, and working my way to the flowers. So the pink that I was stitching during my Great Floss Crisis video, because everything was shutting down and I didn't have the colors that I wanted, but I really wanted to start it, and then I haven't touched it pretty much, of course. So I can't wait. So today's Sunday, tomorrow all of our store, or not all of the stores, so the gyms and stuff are still closed, but I think a lot of the retail stores are going to be opening up, so I'm very excited to actually go into Michael's and be able to pick out my colors. So any colors that I'm missing, I will get to pick out. I already kind of have, I'm still going to order online and then pick up. So I don't know, but maybe I can get some Monaco. That'd be exciting because I'm running low on fabric. And they say they don't have it online, but that's happened before where I've checked online and then they do have it in the store, so hopefully we will get lucky. I was going to say something about this and then I forgot. So, frogging. Oh yeah, I'm just going to use pinks. I don't know, that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah, so that's it for my progress for this week, I believe. Oh, and then I can't wait to go in and actually, or order online, which I could have done anyway, but I need the back stitching color of the skin for my witch so I can finish her. Because it'd be nice to get some finishes out. Oh, so I was going to say, so my sister, she actually got married on the date that she was supposed to get married on, which was March 16th, I think. March 16th. May 16th. May 16th. Sorry, all those M's confusing me. So I was very happy because I believe in one of my videos that I showed you the finished product of that, and I was very upset because I'm like, I thought I was gonna have her to rip out my stitches because she postponed her wedding date. It was supposed to be in August, and then I talked to her yesterday, and she is actually pushing it again to next year, which I'm very happy about because all of her bridesmaids always ask me, when are we doing the shower? When are we doing the shower? And I wanted to do the shower back in February, but everyone was like, no, I don't want to do it. What if it snows? Meanwhile, we haven't had any bad weather. Like, it didn't snow. We didn't have a really bad snowstorm this year. But also I want to do it because my nephew was supposed to be born, well, Mike's nephew, my soon-to-be nephew. He was supposed to be born in April, and I didn't want to risk having to choose between, going to see him for the bris or my sister's shower. Anyway, long story short, obviously because we were doing the shower so late, it never happened because everything started shutting down. So she has yet to have a shower. I know people have been just sending her gifts, but if she was going to have it in August, there's no way we would have been able to fit a shower. Restaurants still aren't allowing people to sit down, even so. So, also, I don't know if her wedding even would have happened because, they upped the limit, but still. Plus, I don't, why would, you don't want to endanger, your elderly family members. Whatever. I don't know, but everyone's up my butt. I'm just I'm sorry if she doesn't get a shower. I don't know what you want me to do about it. Also, trying to cram in, I was telling my sister, she's like, oh, you're welcome because I moved it. And I'm just it has nothing to do with me. It has to do with all of your bridesmaids getting fitted in their dresses because none of us can get fitted. Oh, I don't know if I mentioned this last week, but I'm really excited because I might have, well, that's the other thing. My wedding is in July, so I definitely don't have any time in July to do stuff for her wedding. So luckily, like I said, she moved it to next year, thankfully. But yeah, so getting married next month, very excited. So my bridal shop calls me and they're taking fittings again because, like I said, a lot of the stores are opening up. Obviously, I have to wear gloves and a mask and stuff. But I might have a dress for my wedding, which is nice because, like I said, sorry, itchy face. Like I said, I talked to the rabbi for the last time, before the wedding. Obviously we talked to him again, but we've been doing a counseling kind of thing. Like the Catholics have the pre-Cana kind of thing. It's kind of like that. Anyway, I think I pronounced that right. Sorry if I didn't. I'm not trying to be offensive. I just don't know how to pronounce things. Anyway, so we've been doing that. So we talked to him for the last time yesterday, and he's making sure everything's good to go, except nothing's really good to go. So we have the glass for breaking. We can get the Havdalah set, just because, so we're doing it on a Saturday, so we have to close Shabbat. So we have that. Yeah, I'm kind of going with the flow too. I don't know what any of this means. I kind of do. I kind of understand it, but I also had to make sure, what is in the Havdalahs. And Michael's, I don't know. Michael's all, I don't know, kind of, I don't want to say useless. Useless is mean, but, I feel like I know more about Jewish traditions and whatever than he does. Anyway, because whenever I ask him something, he's like, I don't know, and I'm like, so I'm gonna have my dress, which is very exciting. Hopefully. I asked the rabbi if we could have it outside, so Mike and I don't have to wear masks, and if we're spaced enough, he's like, oh, I won't have to wear a mask either. We have to look. So in the back of the temple, he said there's a sanctuary, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. Because I actually wanted to have it outside anyway. Hopefully the weather will be gorgeous that day. Weather's always a concern. But hopefully it'll be gorgeous, and we can have it outside, and it'll be magical. We are very upset because Mike's best friend, so she now lives in California. She flew back before everything started shutting down to stay with her mom. So I was like, perfect, because she's going to be here. So she was going to fly in for the wedding anyway. We had a surprise going for Mike that she was going to fly in and it was going to be great. I was so excited. But then, yeah, so like I said, she flew in and she's been here for months. And then I just talked to her the other day and she's like, unfortunately, I have to take a flight back to California, the 26th. So obviously she's not going to fly back for our wedding. So it's just it's a little sad. we're not having, or our rings aren't going to be here in time. Well, Mike doesn't want a ring, but I got him something. That's also not going to be here. Like, everything, like I said, I'm not mad, but everything's just taking really, really long. Our tube is not going to be here in time. And the rabbi's just like, I mean, thank God he's so cool about the whole thing, because Michael and I are just like so chill about everything. But the rabbi was like, the one thing you need and you can't like replace is your license. You need that. And I'm like, we got that covered. That's covered. Like, so we have, like I said, the glass we're breaking, and we're gonna get the Havdalah set and another Kiddush cup for drinking wine. What else? But as far as our ketubah, that's not going to be here. And our rings aren't going to be here. But we can do them again another time. And then our friend, we're going to have to choose another witness. But it's all fine. We'll have her on Zoom or something. But I don't know. We were just looking forward to it. It just seems like, I don't know, we're so happy and we're so excited and everything's like great and amazing, but it's just like, it's just these little things. Like Mike was getting super like upset about it the other day. Sorry, I keep saying like Mike was getting super upset about it the other day, and I was like, no, because I wasn't sure if I was gonna have my dress, and he's like, no, you have to have your dress. Like, Mike didn't want to have like a big traditional wedding or anything, but he wanted at least like these little things, like to be able to hug our two friends that are going to be there, or you know, like my friend I don't even think could walk me like down the aisle, because I'm not sure if there's going to be, I don't know, we have to go check out the sanctuary location and see what that looks like, but I'm sure it's going to be fine. We're very low-key. We also have like these beautiful gardens that if we don't want to have it at the temple in the sanctuary, we can have it there. We're just very easygoing like that. We just don't care. We just want to be married because we love each other. We're very excited. And that's enough about that, I think. I don't know. I'm just really excited. Sorry. And then my sister's, like I said, she's already married / having a traditional big wedding. So we'll see what happens with that. So I made her, sorry, I'm very excited, the Harry Potter cross. So I need to frame that. So, okay. So Thursday's our birthday. I'm a triplet, so my sister and me are the same age. And I have a brother. So my sister's like, oh, if you want, you could just give me the wedding present next week. Because we're supposed to be doing like a backyard kind of party thing. We'll see how that works out. But, you know, just small, just pretty much like my immediate family. Not like a party. And she's like, oh, you can give it to me. So I might have to record, oh, man, eyelashes. Anyway, I might have to record Saturday, and I might also do a tutorial. I might not, just because this isn't, the frame I got isn't like the best frame. It's not like a good framing frame. It's kind of like a plasticky cheap frame. So I don't know. I do have another frame that I could use, but then I would have to stain it or paint it or something. I don't know. We'll see. The frame I got was just like a very simple shadow box, black rimmed frame. So I don't know. If they want to change out the frame, they can be my guest, change out the frame. That was the thing. Is like I didn't want to get a frame and then have them not like it. Like it. It sounded like I was like not like it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that goes. But like I said, I want all of you to see it before it goes to her. So I might do that on Saturday instead of filming. I don't know why, but I started filming. It was just easier for me to do it all in one shot. Like I used to do it on Saturdays and then actually post or upload on Sundays, just to be extra prepared. But then I don't know. I started filming on Sundays, and this is kind of what I do now. But anyway, so weather has been gorgeous. So definitely go outside. Well, I don't know, depending on where you are, I imagine. But get some rays because it's, I don't know. Michael and I are going crazy. Unfortunately, we have to be inside for a little bit today because he has, well, not unfortunately, but well, he has a big exam that he needs to take. I'm a little stressed for it, but I know he's gonna do great. It's just very, very like he has to install the software to make sure he's not like cheating and whatever, because it's on his own computer, and he can't like look away from the thing, or like, you know, some people like look up when they're thinking. He like can't do that. I don't know. It's like really, really strict, and I think I'm gonna have to like bring the cat with me in the bedroom or something. I don't know, but it's very, very strict. And he has to get, a pass is 80%, so we'll see. Hopefully he does great, and that would be a nice way to end the weekend, because then we can celebrate, sort of, kind of, but yeah. So I hope you all enjoy your weekend. Happy stitching. Bye.